All right, I think we are in. Good morning. I hope you are having a good morning so far today. It is a beautiful Monday here in Michigan. For some people, it's Easter Monday. You have this day off. I think it's off in Quebec. Uh, whether you're at work or at home or wherever you're seeing this, or if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for being here. You can always check me out on my site, lingalls.com or pressure-free.com. Topic today, giving up too soon. This time of year, it starts mid-March actually, mid-March, have a memory that I just go back to. And it was when I was in high school. So uh, I joined the spring track team. High school for us was 10th through 12th grade. We had junior high and high school. And I was put in the 2 mile. So I loved to run. Running for me was freedom. I could run all over my city, out to the outskirts of the city, up in the hills, and I just really loved it. Grew up in New Hampshire. It was just so beautiful. But I really had never been taught how to race. So when I was in this 2 mile race, I was the very last person almost every single meet. And there was only one person who ever cheered me on, ever even noticed me. And that was Chris Dolcino. So she was one of our captains. Her sister ended up being one of my best friends. She would stand, well, she was a javelin thrower, so she would be near the last turn for the 8 laps around the track. And she would cheer me on every single lap. And she'd say things like, "You've got this," and all these great little things. And then she would also say to me, sometimes after the race or whatever, "Someday you're going to be a great runner. Like, don't give up, keep going." I'm still coming in last every single race. Surely the coaches just thought I'm just not a very good athlete or whatever. I don't even know what they thought because they really didn't pay much attention to me. But Chris did. And that summer, I'm just running at our summer home. I'm running all these hills, lots just for fun because I just love to run. So in the fall, I joined cross country, and there was something about that coach, Chris Robinson, who I think she taught me how to race. Like something unlocked in me, something unlocked in me. And I was our number 3 runner. And spring track that year, I was the number 1 2 miler and the 5th best sprinter in a huge team. We had 26 distance girls alone. And it's like something just unlocked. I think back to that time and I think I could have so easily never joined any sort of team after that first season of spring track. That was so miserable, right? Just coming in last every time, happy-go-lucky little Pammy running around the track, right? But I didn't give up. I didn't stop. I loved to run. I probably should have been trained as a sprinter because when I got to Michigan, I became a rower, like a power athlete is the thing. And then I took this genetic test. I'm like 80% power athlete, but they just put me in the 2 mile and there I went. So I thought about that in life in general and projects that you might be doing. Uh, there's so many things where we get to this point where it's so easy to give up. As an entrepreneur, that's surely true. This is April marks my 16th year with my business, and there are so many times when I've thought, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I don't know if I can sustain our family, trying to do this. So many times I would want to give up. And there'd be someone or something would happen like within the 24 hours that I would have those thoughts. It might be my dear friend Ann Gallagher. She would reach out and she'd be like, "You can't give up. Like you've helped so many people and people need this." Or someone just randomly, one of my past clients would just, send an email to me or text me, or I'd see something that they were doing and it would just make turn me around from that feeling like I just can't do this anymore too. I need to do this. Like I want to do this. And so if you're in business for yourself or in a job that just feels um really hard, uh you don't know, there's so much uncertainty today. I hear that all the time from people because nobody has job security anymore. Like anybody could lose their job at any time for any reason. We're just laying off a bunch of people. It happened to somebody here in our condos. They just we don't have enough work, so we're just laying off all these people. And it can be so demoralizing and degrading when you're not as successful as you think you should be. Um, oh gosh, there's a phrase, I've heard it like, here's the phrase. Sh- Um, now I've lost it. It's a good phrase to lose, by the way. Um, oh, here it is. She hasn't amounted to much. He hasn't amounted to much. She hasn't amounted to much. Just like, we just passed a holiday, people around the table, maybe there's someone who's not there, and people will say things about the people who aren't there, right? And that's a phrase that I have heard at a dinner table before. Like, oh, she hasn't amounted to much. Who's to judge? Like I hear that phrase and I think, my goodness, what is life really all about? And who knows what's really happening inside a person's mind? Who knows what that person has done behind the scenes? So many positions and jobs are behind the scenes jobs. I have a client who's a finance manager for a company, so they're working behind the scenes. They're never going to get that, oh, huge marketing plan success or this. No, they're behind the scenes bean counting, right? So there's so much that we don't get lauded for, if you will. We're just in the trenches. And as a symphony manager, that was so much of my life. I was behind the scenes when I actually thought I was going to be the one on stage conducting the orchestra. Like I'm behind the scenes. And yet I had so much passion for connecting people to symphonic music, music in general, creating our music school. Like I just had so much passion for it. So how does that passion develop? I've thought about that so much. Like my passion for running as a kid, I just loved the feeling of no matter what the weather. I ran in a blizzard once and my eyelashes froze. Like I just loved um loved being free and feeling it and being outside. Like now you'll see me do my lives and I'm out in the forest. Like I just love it. And so developing the passion, the energy comes first. Like what is that energy, that joie de vivre, um that love of whatever it is we're doing. Like it doesn't really matter. I remember when my husband said, it doesn't matter what your title is or what you're doing. It's who are you while you're doing it? That's why one of my tips, and this is a tip a lot of my clients are really, really grateful for, but when you look at your time blocks in your day, no matter what it is you're doing, that you put a word next to it, an adjective or an adverb that describes how you want to be while you're doing the thing you're doing. It's such a powerful tool because most of the time we're just drifting in emotional swamp. Okay. Like like one person can say something and that changes our emotional state. Something happens or you get a text or an email that throws you into chaos. People are working on their taxes right now. That's a deal. So when those things happen, if you've got this time block and you say, no, but I decided I'm going to have a beautiful time during this time block or an amazing time in this meeting. It's whatever word. I like to use the word exquisite a lot. Fantastic, amazing, fabulous, whatever words work for you. Mine are pretty simple. I had a student he's now a professional rock star. Uh, he has he would have voice lessons, and so next to his voice lessons, he put breathtaking. So whatever word really stimulates to you, like this is how I get to show up. This is how I get to feel while I'm doing this thing, even if it's really hard. like cleaning the toilet, cleaning the bathroom, or doing your taxes, or whatever it is that is challenging. We've been doing taxes lately here, so whatever the thing is that's challenging, putting that word next to it and just really putting a stake in the ground to say, I get to feel that. Like I get to feel that way through this time block. It elevates you. You can also lift up your ribs. So you have my H's that I teach you, but all you need to do really is lift your ribs. And if you lift your ribs, that opens here and relaxes here. Okay, look how much like I gained inches on the screen, right? So you hold ourselves down and we hunker down. I can really hunker down, right? C curve, the whole deal. I have pictures of me that's really how I would sit a lot, is in a total C curve. So lift your ribs up. And what is that word? Some people have a word for the day, but I find the time block words to be a little bit better because we're doing different activities in our day. And do it for your time at home too. Or like tonight, I'm watching Michigan in the national championship basketball game. Can't wait also for the hockey. Frozen Four's coming up, and Michigan's in that as well with some really great teams. So I'm gonna definitely have a fantastic time tonight as I watch my alma mater. It's interesting. I just have to share this. So when I was at Michigan, before the Fab Five, the basketball team, number one, you could not have tattoos. You couldn't be on the team if you had tattoos. It's like crazy, right? Compared to now. And also, they wore three-piece suits on game day, like in class. They looked like $1 million. These guys were always like so beautifully dressed, and the team was very different. And then the Fab Five thing came along, and the long shorts and the whole thing, right? So I've watched this over the years change. Um, but I'm kind of excited to see that tonight. So those are my tips for you today. Take a look at what word you want to assign to your time block. Um, Notice if you're giving up too soon on things. If um there's a project or something you're working on and your energy is flagged a little bit. Maybe you're not getting any support at work for this particular thing. You feel like you're all on your own on it. That's how I felt in that 2 mile. I felt like completely alone if except for Chris Dolcino. Dolcino. People would say Dolcino, but if it's Italian, it's Dolcino, right? She was really my savior as I was running around 8 laps on that track. And then I came to love it and I learned how to race. And I would give my all too. Like I cried almost every race, either tears of joy or because I just lost to somebody. But I was our number one 2 miler, so I did feel that, need to win for our team. I was very much connected to team um, with all my sports. So that's what I have for you today. I hope you have a really beautiful Monday, and I will see you tomorrow.